Cleopatra VII, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, has intrigued historians and the public alike for centuries. To truly understand her story, it is essential to delve into the historical context and significance of her life and reign. Cleopatra was born in 69 BC into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Macedonian Greek family that ruled Egypt after the division of Alexander the Great's empire. She is often depicted as a cunning and charismatic leader who used her intelligence and charm to navigate the complex political landscape of her time. The significance of Cleopatra's story lies in her unique position as a female ruler in a male-dominated era and the way she wielded power. Her iconic relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony highlight the blend of personal ambition and political strategy that defined her reign. These alliances not only altered the course of Egyptian history, but also significantly impacted the Roman Empire, illustrating her influence on a grand scale. One real-world example of Cleopatra's significance can be seen in her efforts to stabilize and enhance Egypt's economy. She implemented policies that bolstered trade and agriculture, ensuring Egypt remained a vital economic power. Another example is her role in promoting Hellenistic culture, blending Greek and Egyptian traditions, which contributed to the cultural richness of her time. Her ability to speak multiple languages and her engagement with various cultures underscored her diplomatic finesse. Opinions about Cleopatra often recognize her as a shrewd politician and a formidable leader. However, historical narratives have been shaped by Roman accounts, which frequently cast her as a seductress who manipulated powerful men. This portrayal has sparked controversy and debate about her true character and intentions. Some historians argue that these accounts are biased, failing to acknowledge her accomplishments and agency as a ruler. The story of Cleopatra is fraught with challenges and alternative viewpoints, including debates about her motivations and the extent of her power. The nature of her relationships with Caesar and Antony has been scrutinized, with interpretations ranging from genuine alliance-building to mere political expediency. Cleopatra's tale of power, betrayal, and love intricately connects with broader themes of ancient politics, gender dynamics, and cultural exchange. Her story serves as a pivotal chapter in understanding the dynamics of the ancient world, influencing perceptions of female leadership and the interaction between East and West. Cleopatra's life and legacy continue to captivate and inspire, offering valuable lessons on the complexities of leadership and power. Cleopatra's rise to power is a captivating narrative of strategic acumen, deft alliances, and profound personal charisma. Known as one of history's most astute leaders, Cleopatra ascended the throne of Egypt by employing a combination of political strategy, calculated alliances, and intimate relationships. Her ascent is not merely a tale of ambition, but a masterclass in the art of realpolitik. The significance of Cleopatra's rise lies in her remarkable ability to navigate the complex political landscape of the time, marked by the internal strife of Egypt and the expansive ambitions of Rome. By aligning herself with powerful Roman leaders like Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony, Cleopatra not only solidified her rule, but also shielded Egypt from becoming a pawn in Rome's imperialist games. This strategic alliance with Julius Caesar led to the restoration of her throne after being ousted by her brother Ptolemy XIII. Similarly, her partnership with Mark Antony provided her with military support and further political clout, displaying her understanding of leveraging personal relationships for political gain. Two specific examples highlight her strategic prowess. First, her alliance with Julius Caesar, which brought military aid and secured her position as co-ruler after a bitter civil war. Second, her later romance and political alignment with Mark Antony exemplified her continued ability to bind personal and political strategy, influencing the power dynamics of the Roman world. However, Cleopatra's alliances were not without controversy. Some historians argue that her relationships were manipulative, using seduction as a political weapon, while others suggest that these unions were formed from genuine connections. This complexity adds a layer of intrigue to Cleopatra's story, illustrating a woman who was both revered and vilified. Challenges to this narrative include the depiction of Cleopatra by her Roman adversaries, particularly Octavian, who later became Emperor Augustus. He portrayed her as a dangerous seductress, a portrayal that has persisted in popular culture. This vilification diminishes her political savvy and reduces her legacy to merely her romantic liaisons. Cleopatra's strategies and alliances had profound implications for her reign and relationships with Rome. They underscore the theme of power and betrayal, Rome's eventual invasion and Antony's defeat, and the complexity of her legacy as a ruler who balanced love and leadership with adept diplomacy. Her rise to power exemplifies the intertwining of personal and political spheres, influencing historical narratives of female leadership and sovereignty. The heading, "The Politics of Betrayal, Rivals and Enemies," delves into the intricate web of political maneuvering and treachery that characterized Cleopatra's reign. The notion of betrayal in this context refers to the calculated and often ruthless strategies employed by political rivals and enemies, both within Cleopatra's inner circle and among her adversaries in the Roman Empire, to undermine and, ultimately, dismantle her power. Betrayal was a tool frequently wielded in the ancient world, where shifting alliances and secret pacts often dictated the outcomes of political landscapes. This theme is central to understanding Cleopatra's life because it reveals the volatile political environment she navigated, which was fraught with danger and deception. Cleopatra's story is not just one of romance and allure, but also of survival against powerful figures like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, and her climactic confrontation with Octavian, later known as Augustus. Each relationship was fraught with both opportunity and peril, where loyalty was often transient. Perhaps one of the most illustrative examples of betrayal in Cleopatra's tale is her alliance with Julius Caesar. Initially, her strategic partner, Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE left Cleopatra vulnerable, exposing her to the hostile designs of Rome. Another poignant example is the shifting allegiances of Mark Antony. The once steadfast ally and lover was, in the wake of mounting Roman hostility and Octavian's propaganda, forced into a position where his commitment wavered, ultimately culminating in his defeat and suicide, leaving Cleopatra isolated. Opinions on this aspect of Cleopatra's story often highlight her as a victim of circumstances, a savvy ruler outmaneuvered by her more powerful enemies. Some historians argue that Cleopatra was a master strategist who, despite her best efforts, faced insurmountable odds in a world dominated by Roman ambition. However, the narrative of betrayal is not without its controversies. Some narratives suggest Cleopatra herself was a manipulative ruler whose own deceptive practices contributed to her downfall, portraying her as both the betrayer and betrayed. This duality invites scrutiny of her political tactics and raises questions about her alliances. Overall, the politics of betrayal profoundly shaped Cleopatra's reign, influencing her diplomatic strategies and impacting her personal relationships. This element of her story connects deeply with themes of power and love, highlighting how personal dynamics intersect with political ambitions and underscores the timeless intrigue of Cleopatra's legacy. This complex interplay of trust, ambition, and deception continues to captivate, offering a multifaceted look at one of history's most enigmatic figures. The alliance between Cleopatra and Julius Caesar stands as one of history's most captivating partnerships, rooted not just in romance, but in a strategic fusion of power. Cleopatra Sennen, the last active pharaoh of Egypt, forged a remarkable bond with Julius Caesar, one of Rome's most formidable leaders, in an era teetering on the edge of monumental change. Their relationship was not merely a love affair, it was a calculated alliance designed to bolster their respective positions and influence. Cleopatra's union with Caesar was significant as it secured her position in the face of internal dissent and external threats. At a time when her throne was contested by Ptolemaic rival factions, Cleopatra needed a powerful ally to stabilize and legitimize her rule. Caesar, upon his dramatic arrival in Egypt, represented the might of Rome. By aligning with him, Cleopatra gained military and political support to quash her adversaries, while Caesar sought to reform Rome's cumbersome political structure and saw in Cleopatra a partner who could help extend his influence into Egypt and beyond. Two pivotal examples underscore this partnership's impact. First, Cleopatra's visit to Rome, where she was hosted in Caesar's villa, symbolized the tangible shift of power dynamics. The presence of a foreign queen in the heart of Roman power signaled Caesar's endorsement of her sovereignty, unsettling the traditional Roman elite. Second, the birth of their son, Ptolemy Caesar, often referred to as Caesarion, represented a potential union of Roman and Egyptian power, a testament to their influential alliance. Despite the apparent advantages, this partnership was fraught with challenges. In Rome, many senators perceived Cleopatra as a threat, a foreign queen exerting undue influence over Caesar. This contributed to the growing discontent that eventually led to Caesar's assassination. Additionally, Roman society's xenophobic tendencies were inflamed by the perception that Cleopatra was attempting to sway Roman politics, an accusation that fed into wider fears about the erosion of Roman values. This alliance's complexity is integral to understanding Cleopatra's overall narrative, a tale intertwining power, betrayal, and love. It highlights her astute political acumen and the lengths to which she went to preserve her reign amidst the perilous political landscapes of both Egypt and Rome. Their partnership not only influenced the balance of power in the ancient world, but also set the stage for subsequent events involving Cleopatra and Mark Antony, further illustrating her enduring impact on history. In essence, Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar was a linchpin in her quest for survival and dominance, echoing through the annals of history as a testament to the intricate dance of diplomacy and power